shorts gaming.
お前はもう死んでいる。
Hello Barmy Badger Army and welcome to another vlog. Apologies there's not been any vlogs recently. What with concentrating on streaming, doing lots of DIY around the house and doing Mario Kart and all these different things that keep coming up, we haven't been able to do a vlog. Plus the weather and all sorts of different things, it's been hard to get proper camera angles and all that sort of thing. Anyway, enough with blase excuses. I apologise, sorry about that. Now, today's episode is going to be about a good indie developer that I really love, Benjamin Rivers. Now, if you haven't heard of this guy before and you're a regular on the channel, you would have seen some of his games that I've played loads of times. I've streamed Home quite a few times, one of my favourites. I haven't found all the secrets yet, so there is room for more of that. And of course, Worse Than Death. And Worse Than Death is perhaps one of the most exciting indie games I've ever played. It has a comical style to it, comic book. It has some fairly fun jokes in it as well, has lots of different options, lots of different achievements. It reminds me of like an old school independent horror game, and it flourishes for that. The art style's really cool, the graphics are really cool, sort of a 16-bit vibe going on there. It's really fun, and I really love the fact that obviously there's modern mechanics, so it's a retro game with modern mechanics, and that is my favourite style because, to be honest with you, I didn't really like the control scheme when I was a child. It was mainly when I got to the PlayStation era that I enjoyed it more. I didn't really enjoy the retro controller scheme. But now, obviously, playing retro games with a better control style is fantastic. So, hats off to Benjamin for pulling that off. And, of course, really fun storyline. Really fun storyline that reminded me of sort of a mixture of a teen slasher horror film with elements of course, Hammer horror and other horror films, and it has an element of sort of I Know What You Did Last Summer, Scream vibes, and of course supernatural horror. So I do recommend it if you enjoy that sort of thing. And of course, without spoiling too much, the ending is intense, and I do love the supernatural vibes in it, and I love the graphics. So if you haven't played Worse Than Death or Home, I recommend those. They're two of my favourites of the developer. Now, on to today's review. Sorry for that being quite an overlong, but I thought I'd give you a bit of an explanation why I want to talk about this. Now, this is a digital comic that was released last week or the week before, I forget. Time during lockdown is a bit skew-whiff for me. I always forget which day of the week it is. Now, this comic book is connected in with Home and is a sequel to it, and it continues the art style of the game, which I'm really proud of. Thank you, Benjamin. Really interesting that he's carried on the art style. Sometimes when you see comic books of films and games and even TV shows, they sort of scrap the art style and they go into a completely different art style, and I hate that, to be honest. I hate that when they do that. It's really annoying when they change from art style to art style, and this is why I only follow certain comic book writers in a way, because I like their style. It used to drive me mad when I used to read Spider-Man, and one minute you're getting used to one sort of style of art, and then the next minute they go back to a really weird style. Not my thing. So I'm really pleased that he's carried on the art style from the game to the comic book, and I think that's really important for continuity. Thank you very much, Benjamin. It's really interesting. It was a long word, wasn't it? But yes, thank you, Benjamin, for that. Really good bit of continuity there. The characters are really well developed. I really like the black and white style. It's really, really big bargain. I think I paid just over $1 for it, including some of the taxes and things like that, so that was fantastic. And you know, so it's only just over $1 for a 18-page digital comic. Now, this is awesome, and this is also the first ever digital comic book I've ever read, and this is actually the first comic book I've read and bought in probably over 5 years. So big shout out to Benjamin for that, because usually I only wait to get comic books as presents. So this is actually the first ongoing series that I've actually bought myself. Off the back, and I said to the boss, I said, I really want this comic, I really want to support Benjamin, I really want to do it. And she was like, go on then, it's really good value, go for it. And I was like, yes. So this is the first comic book I've read in ages, and I wasn't disappointed. Really fun, really spooky, really good vibes, continues the storyline, which I love. Thank you very much for an expanded universe, Benjamin. Really love the fact that there's an expanded universe going on. Really love that they're carrying on the story, and I really love the fact that the art style is very, very similar / the same. Thank you very much. Really good idea. I'm really proud of how well you did that. Thank you very much. And this is definitely a love letter from a fan. Great game and a really good comic book. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. I'm not too sure when the next issue is out. I guess it's monthly. I'm going to have to check with Benjamin on that. Please do check the links below, as they are where you can pick up the comic book and have a look at the game and things like that. And I really do recommend it. Really cool art style, really good storyline, and I could not ask for more. Really good chilling ending to it as well. I'm not going to spoil the end of the first issue, of course not, that'd be insane. But what I will tell you is that you're in for a roller coaster, and you're in for some really cool monsters and some really fun lines, and of course some really awkward moments on a date or two, which is really fun. I felt the character's pain during those scenes. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and please do check out the game Home, Worse Than Death, and please do check out the link of the comic book below. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now, Barmy Badger Army. Keep safe, keep well, and remember to wash your hands. Bye!
Mr. Slender, yes, bring me a dream,
Bum, bum, bum.
do, that I've ever seen,
Bum, 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 bum.
please, your magic dream, Mr. Slendy, bring me a dream, bum, 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 bum.